You are now tuned into the Boxing Bros. I am Kaden and I'm here with my co-host. And remember, it is always G Day and G Block here on the Boxing Bros.
Red Room. You already know what it is. It's the Commissioner, Trill Dollar Bill, LLG.
That's right. Hey, listen, Jack Catterall got his lick back last night, defeating Josh Taylor. It was an entertaining fight, and there were some differences of opinion in the scorecard. I'm going to turn over to you, Trill Dollar Bill. What was your reaction on the fight, and how did you score it?
I'm looking at my scorecard right now. I had it 7-5. I had it 7-5 for Jack Catterall. Yo, excuse me, I'm gonna tell y'all right now. I have not yet scored a Josh Taylor fight correctly yet. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? For some odd reason, there's always some controversy every time Josh Taylor fights, and I have to do the scorecard. So, but I gave this one to Jack Catterall, but I wasn't as wide as the judges had it. You know, I had him by 2 rounds. I thought that he came out smoking. You know, but I did give him in the first half. I gave only the 3rd round to Josh Taylor, but then I thought he came on later on the second half and got like 4 rounds back to back to back. You know, so yeah, I gave him 5 rounds and I gave Jack Catterall 7. It seemed like during the later rounds, Jack got a little tired. He had his mouth open or whatever, and let Josh Taylor get back into the fight. But I thought like the first half was a wash for Jack. He was doing what he did on the first fight, you know. And then I thought it was going to be a repeat of the first fight because Josh Taylor came on again late, but it wasn't enough. But I do think that the scorecards was a little wide because I had it 2 rounds for Jack Catterall. But it was a good fight. It was a good fight, and I would love to see it again.
All right, bro. So I'm just going to show if you can see 113. Yeah, so I thought the first round went to Catterall. I actually thought that Josh Taylor won the next 2 rounds. So for me, I was thinking Josh Taylor in his mind, he's thinking, let me start faster because I came on later. And so, but then after that, I thought Jack Catterall won the next 3 rounds, 4, 5, and 6. But then Josh Taylor started focusing on the body, and he started landing vicious punches to the body. And I felt like that turned the tide of the fight. Catterall started to look gas. And so I gave Josh Taylor round 7 and round 8. Then I thought Jack Catterall came on and took round 9. So I thought like, okay, there it is. He's doing well. I gave Josh Taylor 10. But the last 2 rounds, I thought that Jack Catterall, he hurt Josh Taylor. And then I thought he took over the fight. And so for me, he won the last 2. And that's why I gave it to Jack Catterall 115, 113. We're going to talk about the scorecards in the next segment. But to me, the difference in this fight between the last fight was that one, I feel like Jack Catterall, his rounds, he won them more decisively. There were some rounds I gave to Josh Taylor where some people argue that Jack Catterall could have won, and they're swing rounds. Here's my thing with swing rounds, and when people score fights where they act like what typically happens in a swing round, right? Is you'll swing around one way, and then another swing round. If you're an objective person, you'll swing it the other way. So that's typically the difference in the score. Unless you're watching it with extreme bias, you swing every round one way, right? So like that's typically what happens. And that's the difference in people's scorecards. They're definitive rounds where someone wins and you know, okay, got that. To me, there were 7 of those for Jack Catterall. There were 7 rounds where it's like, Jack got that. You can't tell me that Jack didn't get it. So to me, the 7-5 scorecard, that's good. If you have it 8-4, fine. It's a little, but we'll talk about that a little bit later. But to me, it was Jack Catterall won his rounds more decisively this time around. He had Josh Taylor really hurt at one point in the fight, and he made sure that in the later rounds he didn't let Josh Taylor make a case for stealing him, and so he got his leg back. salute to Jack Catterall, salute to Josh Taylor too, because I mean, this guy, he lost to Teofimo. He just lost to Jack Catterall. He actually did better than I thought he would because I felt like he was on a decline and I was worried about him. And like Trill, you've been saying this and I agree. We've been saying this. I think it's time for him to move up, man. I need to see what he looks like at 147. I think at 140 he looks a bit drained and he looks a bit worn, and maybe he'll have more energy at 147.
Yeah, I agree. Let us know how you feel in the comment section. Please like and subscribe. Check us out on Instagram and Twitter. And please check out our podcast on all major streaming services. That's Caden. I'm the Commissioner Trill Dollar Bill. It's LLG for life. You already know what it is. It's the Boxing Bros. We're just getting started.